Jay, what are you watching?
Well, I heard the new album was pretty good.
Have you ever
Okay.
felt
Are you listening? Damn.
Okay. So we're pretty late to this. It's winter 2023, and it's the second week. We should have gotten
Yeah,
this done months ago.
yeah. I mean, we've been planning to get it done for a while, but life.
Yeah, we're kind of lazy. No, we're not
So,
lazy.
season full of isekai and sequels. Good or bad thing depending on the person. Personally, I'm pretty excited, especially for the sequels this season. Three specifically. So that I think that's awesome. I'm so excited for this season.
Me too. Um, I know you said that there's three of them. I think they're in the five that the both of us are really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Um,
So we each came up with 10 shows that we're most excited to watch this season. They're not going to be the only 10 shows we plan on watching, but we came up with a list. We have some overlap of the shows that are like the 10 for us this season.
yeah, five of
No particular
which,
order.
yeah, five of which, like I said, are very similar. We both are looking forward to. That being Bofiori, By the Grace of the Gods, Chilling in My 30s. Um, I'm going to be posting the full names at the bottom here. Handyman Saito and The Fruit of Evolution. They're just anime names are so long, and
So,
all of them are ridiculously long in name.
so of the five we share, there's four isekai and then Bofuri. Uh, three sequels, but I'm excited. I think these are my top five. Like, if I had to order them, I think these would be in my top five.
Me too. Like, these are the ones I'm looking forward to the most, especially the Chilling in My 30s, because I just turned 30. I think this one's now like it's
It hits a
personal.
little close to home.
Yeah, and it hurts because I've watched the first episode already, and I'm like, okay, cool. I feel really
You can
bad about this.
relate.
Though he did get fired, so I haven't been fired in my 30s. So I think we're
Look,
good on that.
look at the positives. Okay, so to get more into it, so the five that we share, and we're going to kind of talk about these together. First is Bofuri. I absolutely love Bofuri. I think it is cute. I think it's funny. Um, I love, I love isekai, or I'm sorry, not isekai. I love like shows that involve games that aren't isekai.
Yeah, like this is not a trapped in another world, so I don't think
Yeah,
it fits
like
the isekai genre. But
it's relatable. Like
yeah,
it's a young girl playing a game. She loves it. She finds a way to break it. It's what we all try to do when we play MMOs.
yeah, uh,
Very relatable.
it has a lot of tropes. However, I think it plays to those tropes pretty nicely, and
Yeah, it recognizes what it is.
yeah, and that's what we need in a lot of anime. Like, um, chilling in another world with my smartphone did not do
That
that.
we don't talk about certain shows on this channel.
Okay.
Okay, so Bofuri, I think everybody that's seen Bofuri knows why Bofuri's here. Um, then we have two other sequels, at least on our shared list, which are By the Grace of the Gods, Fruit of Evolution. Um, by the Grace of the Gods,
It's just wholesome.
I love the
It's
wholesomeness. I love it, like, almost, I guess there are tropes. I mean, every show has tropes. You can't escape them. But there's something about, like, just the slow, laid-back nature um, that just, it gets me. I
yeah,
love these kind of, like, slow shows. It doesn't have a ton of action. Action exists, but, like, it's not the forefront of the show. It's just about, you
a
know,
guy who sets up a laundromat. This is
yeah,
essentially
exactly.
what it comes
He,
down to. And I'm
you
excited to
know,
see
you
more.
find yourself in another world. You have to figure out how to navigate it. While yes, he is strong, he's not like this overpowered monster that instantly is like, oh, I know how to game the system. This is like every video game I've ever played in my life. I'm gonna break it. Uh, it doesn't have like the whole harem aspect. Like, it's just like a very nice, wholesome, slow journey of what I think it would be like to be in another world.
Yeah. If you know, if we were graced by gods, but I don't think we're going to be. If we were ever isekai, I can't imagine my life in another world lasting very long if I got hit by a truck-kun. I
Raccoon.
don't have many survival skills. Uh, uh,
Um,
which brings us
and
to like,
let's
oh, go on. I'm sorry.
no, sorry. So, and then I think the next one, at least in progression, to talk about is Fruit of Evolution. Another isekai. This definitely lead more towards like the generic actiony overpowered isekai, but I think it does a lot with like the main character's personality that is also refreshing. Again, he's not gaming the system, not at least not intentionally.
Right. The
It's funny, there's action.
Yeah, but I think it even does. It doesn't trope on the isekai part of it. It does trope a lot more on the harem aspect of it.
Mm,
Um, but I enjoy the way they do. They present the females protagonists in the show. They're not. Okay, that's a lie. They're all swooning for the main character, and that's just
yeah,
not
yeah,
what
yeah.
else is. But
Some tropes you can't get away from. Some tropes you can't get away from, and
yeah,
that's one of them.
yeah. But I don't feel like it. Yeah, I don't feel like it kills the show. Um, and then the last on our comment is Handyman Saito, which
And chilling in my
is
30s. I don't know if we
um,
touched on that.
I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, because I made the I joked
Oh,
about
that
how
your 30 joke.
that,
Yeah,
yeah, that I'm
you're
30.
old, boomer.
Thanks. Um,
Um,
Handyman Saito
so for go ahead, go ahead.
is no, it's okay. So Handyman Saito, I'm really looking forward to because we're seeing this big shift in isekai where they're taking just random people uh, like you said before, like we have the vending machine anime that's coming out. Is granted that's not a person, but like this one's a handyman. We first it was farmers. We had oh no, so I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but even before that, it was pharmacists coming into another world.
yeah, uh-huh.
Then it was farmers, and now we have handyman.
Yeah. So that's like a paradigm shift, in isekai that I'm really enjoying. The whole mundane person finds himself in another world doing mundane things.
Right.
And obviously mundane is not negative. Like, I don't mean it in a negative context. I'm a person that loves like simulator video games, like
Mm-hmm.
Workshop Simulator or Power Watch Simulator. There's something about these mundane activities that are just so relaxing, and to see that put into like a fantasy world, I absolutely love seeing it. The pharmacies, the farmers, the handymans, the campfire cookers. Like, I love the wholesomeness of the ideas. Of course, in
Right.
practice, we'll see how it is. This list obviously is shows prior to most shows have one or two episodes, so we don't really know the directions they're going.
Yeah.
But like the idea is there, and I'm all there for it.
Yeah. Do you want to knock out the other isekai while we're talking about this? Because there's
Yeah.
well, we have
So we have campfire cooking, which I just mentioned.
yeah.
Farming life in another world, which again, the farming thing has been super popular. Um, we had one last season, if not two. They pop up every season. You'll have like a farming isekai.
Yeah.
We're missing a pharmacist or an alchemist isekai this season, though. I think, which is pretty disappointing. I enjoy those.
Yeah. Me too. I like though we did have one last season which I really enjoyed. I can't think of the name of it now, but uh, actually it wasn't even an isekai, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But it was an alchemist show, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, those things are fun.
I'm sorry, you're hearing my whole family in the background. God forbid I have 10 minutes. I just can't win.
All right. So what I know you have a lot of sequels on your list. Your
Yeah.
list is predominantly sequels.
Yeah.
What are some of the sequels that you're looking forward to that we haven't already talked about?
The biggest one that I'm looking forward to is Tokyo Revengers. It's so good. It's a time travel anime, and I know a lot of people were kind of upset with like Erased, but it's similar to Erased, where he goes back into his own lifetime, and is trying to save his ex-girlfriend who he hadn't been in touch with for years. And last season, the yeah, the first season left on such a huge cliffhanger. And I haven't watched the first episode yet, but I'm so excited to see where it goes. I'm hoping it picks up right after that point, but you know, I've seen anime do weird things. With,
Tokyo Revenger is one I have not seen, so I don't have much to say on it. Although I think it, you're making it sound like something I want to watch.
Yeah, no, if you like time travel, it's great. There's two time travel anime that are, to me, the best. My all-time favorite anime, Steins Gate, and Tokyo Revengers. I can't get enough of them.
What else? So we've talked about Bofuri, By the Grace, Fruit of Evolution, Tokyo Revenger. I think you have one more sequel on your list, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Danmaki. Or Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girl in a Dungeon? This is
I am
fourth iteration,
half
part 2.
This is like the second part of the fourth season, or is it just like season? Yeah, I'm behind half of the season 4, but I plan on catching up.
No, it's very dungeon crawly. A lot of Greek mythology references too, even though they're not the exact way. Like there's mentions of like Zeus and all that, but it's not the Zeus that you would think of.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen most of it, right?
Yeah. I'm only the previous season behind.
Okay, but that's
so I know what
spot
you're
on,
talking
right?
about.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the 3 that we talked in the beginning were the only sequels I had on my list.
Yeah, I'm not saying most of your stuff is the new stuff, which is nice.
Yeah, sequels, fantasy, and isekai. That's kind of like my genre of like, I don't love isekai as a genre, but I think there's a lot of good shows within the genre. So
Yeah.
I always give them a shot. I think they're always worth a try.
That's the thing. Like I don't know what it is with the culture, but like, well, I probably have some clue that they're the most highest selling ones are usually isekai. So they push out as much as they can, hoping they hit a bullseye, right?
So I think, and I know this is getting a little off topic for the video, but like a quick interjection of why I think isekai are so popular is that it plays off. Yeah, we all want to kiss Truck-kun.
Yeah.
No, like you could see a generic fantasy anime that literally you could take a show, right? And you could make it an isekai and then take the same exact show and cut out the isekai part, right?
Yeah.
There is something more that I think that gives people more that like, wow, I could get hit by Truck-kun and I could do that. Like it plays on this want that like, and I know it's weird and kind of morbid, but like it plays on this want that like, wow, I could be a isekai. That would be so cool if I was a isekai.
Yeah.
And that's something you miss. Like even though there's tons of fantasy worlds that I'm sure people would love to exist in and partake in, something drives it home about the fact that the person that's there is actually just an everyday person that got lucky.
Isekai to redo a healer? No, that's a horrible joke. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that.
No. We don't want to live in that world.
Yeah, no, that was messed up. I'm sorry on that one.
But yeah, so we're getting off topic, which
yeah,
you'll experience a lot with us. That's who we are as people. So now I guess we talked about all the isekai. Pretty much everything left on my list is fantasy. I have Ninjin Fushin, or adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. Reading out that long ass name.
Yeah.
The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady. Another wonderful name. And the Ice Blade Sorcerer.
Ice Blade
I,
Sorcerer.
I I I don't get the whole like. I get it, but I don't like. If we put the entire plot of our show in the title, people will know what it's about and watch it.
Yeah.
So
Imagine Taken having that same scenario. It's like, my daughter was kidnapped in Italy, and now I have to go get her back.
I think
anime
that could be a
title for
topic.
that.
I think we could make a whole video on isekai and isekai names essentially, because most of them are isekai.
Yeah.
But like, oh my god, this is a tangent I don't want to get into. I don't want to talk about Do You Love My Mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks.
Great show.
So what else? Do you have anything else on your list? I think I've pretty much gone through mine. I don't have much to say about these shows other than the premise caught my eye. They're a sequel to something I've already enjoyed, or they just fall into this blanket umbrella category of like shows that I think I would like. But what about you? I think there's like one or two more on your list we missed.
Yeah. So I have two that I really want to talk about: High Card and Revenger. High Card. I'm hoping it draws a lot of like Kakaguri. I love that like high stakes thrill of the kill kind of anime, and that's what Kakaguri was for me. It's like no holds barred. Like you're I'm gonna mess you up.
Cutthroat.
Cutthroat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I might have a gambling addiction, so like it just hits both homes there for me.
Yeah.
Revengers, I'm not entirely sure what it's about, but I like the postcard for it, and
I like the pretty picture.
yeah, essentially. I should have looked into it more now that I think about it, but I think it's, from what I remember, it's like a historical kind of video, or anime rather, and it's like like almost a history piece, but like a retelling of it. So I like Japanese history, Rurouni Kenshin, sort of.
Yeah, great show. I mean, great show, but anyway, but
yeah, kind of reminds me of Rurouni Kenshin, so I'm looking forward to it.
great. So yeah, so obviously, I'm probably gonna watch most of the shows on Vin's list that I didn't mention, and I'm sure he's gonna watch a lot of ones I mentioned that he didn't.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be watching like the entire list of. I have no life, man. I watch too much. Last season, I was watching like 30 different anime.
It's an issue. We have issues,
Yeah.
but we're the Neat. What do you expect? All right, guys. So I think that wraps it up. I don't think there's much more we can talk about on most of these.
Yeah.
So what we want is to hear from you. What are your top anticipated anime of this season? Even though you've already probably seen at least the first or second episode of most of these, what do you think is gonna come out on top for you?
Yeah, I'm going to be posting our lists at the end of this video with our full titles. We're going to be abbreviating because I'm not going to continuously say the full names. It's ridiculous. But we're going to post both lists at the end, and let us know if you think they're good choices or not.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Later.